Hi, this is Joe Josie, and I'm going to give you a speedrun tutorial for Satan Loves Cake. This is going to cover both the any percent and the 100% because there's not that much a difference in between the two. Uh, First thing gonna want to do is make sure you've got speedrun timer on, and you've picked a color palette you like. I like the Sakura, but it's kind of bright, so let's go with the mint. Okay, so the game begins with a lot of spamming, and I'll just go over a little bit of tech. First of all, when you shoot an enemy, they go into iframes, and while they're in iframes, they can't hurt you. So it's really helpful with enemies that take multiple hits. You can just shoot them and walk through them. The second is farming. You kind of want to do as much farming as you move, but it's not that big a deal if you like miss a piece or two. Like, you don't want to hang around like and wait for an enemy to get into a good spot, but anything that gets in your way, you want to kill. The third is that there's knockback on all your shots, so you can use it to like extend a jump or push yourself down if you're falling, to just get that little bit of extra movement. You like I said, making sure all of these guys kill. Here, this is a tricky spot because if you're on time, that grubbin will be like right here. So usually right after that, I have to fall and shoot down just to not get hurt. And a lot of times with these guys crawling around these pillars, if you're coming through, like I'll show you what a quick way through this room looks like actually. If you're coming through, odds are one of those won't be in the right place for you to kill it, and that doesn't matter. Again, we're not going to wait. That's the shoot down. I should have shot down. We're not going to wait for anything to be in our way, and we're not going to go back for any food because we have a good farming spot. Speaking of farming spot, this is it. I skip the bench here. I skip a lot of benches because, like, especially in the early game, because they're, slow. So this farming spot is really nice because all three of these guys just take one hit, and they all, they're all right there as you, like, hop in. You shoot down at the first one and then shoot the other two. Easy peasy. You want to farm until you've got about 75-ish% belly. You can go a little higher, but that's about the right number. Because that's what's going to get you to 100% by the time you start spending your food. Again, like, looking for little optimizations and little spots where you can go just a little bit faster is kind of the name of the game in this one. Oh, I missed that. But that's, like I said, that's okay. The 75% farm will do a lot to get us to help make sure we have the right amount without having to go out of our way or wait for any enemies. See, like, that one right there is kind of a pain to get food from, so I just don't bother with them. As you fall down here, there will be a guy right there, so be careful. You're going to want to be ready to shoot down. And there we go. 99 is as good as 100, really. Here we go to buy our first upgrade, which is the charge shot. It's a movement ability, and you mainly use it to either move around or to fight bosses. The second thing is you want to be mindful of when you need to charge. Like, I have to use a charge shot at the beginning of the next screen. So I want to go ahead and shoot and be charged so that when I go right through the screen, I'm ready. And then right after that, there's a charge jump, so I want to be ready for that too and start charging immediately. So the next thing though is, like, this area looks like it's all charge jumps, but you don't really need to, aside from getting through this brick wall. If you destroy just like the top half of it, you won't have to wait for this fish. You can, like, kind of jump over it. It's a little tight, but if you're really, really optimizing things, you can do it. I don't bother. Again, once you get your charge shot back, you want to keep charging it because this is a charge jump. The RNG in this run right here is this frog and other frogs. Sometimes he comes this way. Ooh. Sometimes they'll just go right off the screen. There's no telling. And you just got to be ready for it. And see, that's another couple of jumps that look like charge jumps but aren't. And this is another one right here. Normally I would just shoot and walk through that fish because, again, I don't want to bother farming. And, like, you want to get as much as you can, but you don't want to, be stuck around. So we're getting ready to go do the first boss. Be sure to be fully charged before going in his room. The boss has 3 RNG patterns on where they can land. Being in the center is probably the best way to fight him. So this is the good RNG. He just hops up one side and goes down the other. Super easy to hit, not a problem. This is the bad RNG. You don't know which side he's going to come from. He might come from the left or the right. You can't tell, and if you guess wrong, you don't really get to hit him. This is the third RNG. He's going to come from this spot here, and you want to kind of tag him on his way out so you're not stuck waiting around for him to be hittable at the end. And you kind of want to be in the middle when you get your last hit. So you're in the middle, he's going to fall, and you're going to be able to eat him right away. On that, like, one where he, like, you stand over here and he goes, you know, and jumps out, like, right here and splashes and jumps here and then the rocks fall. He will wait on this platform until you shoot him. You won't be able to shoot him with a regular shot. It won't go far enough. And if you stand on the platform with him, you'll just get hit. So when he does that, you do need to stand in the middle and charge shot him from over on the side. That's the only other thing I didn't get to show you there. So the next thing we're going to do is the only real glitch in this game is buy the wall jump early. And in order to do that, we need to first have 100% belly. So we start by going to the second farm room. It takes about as much time to get these two as it does to get the three, but it's not worth going back to the other farm room. So if you're doing the 100%, you might want to go ahead and farm up to like a full belly here, but 100% belly is enough, is all you need to buy wall jump. So that's all I'm going to do. So if you hit down and confirm at about the same time, you can get, this is where wall jump would show up normally. You can get wall jump to kind of glitch in. That wasn't it. It takes some doing, and there we go. And sometimes I'm better at it than others. But shows up, you buy it. You're not supposed to have it right now, so it lets you skip a large part of the game. Wall jumping is kind of slow. You want to boost jump when you can. If you're going for the 100%, you need to burn this vine. If you're not, then you don't need to bother with it. And that's just so you can, when you get to this point, you can backtrack easily to the outhouse to buy the rest of your stuff, as opposed to like having to do all of this to go around. It's just a quick little time save. So we want to go up here, and we're gonna start heading towards Kajkage, the next boss. If you're doing the 100%, you want to make sure you farm all your little grubbins and frogs you come across. But if you're doing the any percent, you just want to tag them and walk through them. Oof, that frog got me. So, again, charge shots are faster than wall jumps. Watch out for that fish. That fish will get you. It's very important you save here, because Kajkage is the next thing you're going to go across. So, we get to deal with the next fun thing, which is moving batteries. So, first, you're going to come over here, and this battery, you can't just push it all the way over and shoot it on top, because it'll respond. You can either push it or you can shoot it, right? You want to get it about halfway there and hit it with a charge shot to get it to go up on the little scissor lift here. Shoot the scissor lift, charge up and wait, and then you want to shoot it over here. You can start it from about like right here-ish if you want, or a little earlier. But that's always kind of risky, because if you shoot the battery down, you've lost a bunch of time. Additionally, you want to go off to the right, so you don't end up sliding down the wall all slow. You want to go off to the other side. So we're about to come across Kajkage. If you've ever fought Fantoon, Kajkage is kind of similar. You don't want to hit him with a charge shot right away, because then he goes and retreats into that little cupcake holder thing. Instead, you want to do 4 normal shots and then a charge shot. He's going to go into his cupcake, and you're going to want to hold a charge shot while you wait for him to come back, so you can tag him on the way down. I missed. This is his other pattern where he falls. Once he does this like fall, he's going to just chill there. until you hit him enough to make him go away. It also gives you a good opportunity to get rid of the little ads, because they're the real danger in this fight. Kajikage's not that bad. He's gonna just jump, you know, left, right, center. Those frogs will push you into a position that will make you unhappy and get you killed. Oh, I missed. Okay. Oh my gosh, the frogs are being awful. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can get him this time so you get an idea of... There we go. Caught him on the way up. 3 damage. It's gonna come down. 1, 2, 3, 4, and charge should kill him. You can glance at the health bar, and sometimes you don't need to do all 4. I lose track of it pretty easy. This is the most dangerous area in the game, in my opinion, because usually you're coming here with like 1 or 2 health from Kajikage, and this pathway is a little rough. Additionally, I usually take this that safety save because this is crazy. But again, if you shoot stuff, it'll you have to sort of yeehaw these frogs away. If you shoot stuff, it will make them iframe, and you can go right through them. So you need a charge shot to get rid of this, to hit that and make it fall down. Once you've done that, once you've hit it with the charge shot and it's on fire, when this is fully back like this, you can go ahead and like jump off it and go to the next one for a little bitty time save. But again, it's not a big loss if you mess it up, but you know, this is a game of optimization, so I never know how to deal with these frogs on the way back out. You can just shoot them and run through them, especially if you saved up there again, just because, you know, damage boost. But in general, if you don't need to, that was weird. If you don't need health, there's not really much point in saving. So, you know, keeping an eye on your health means that you'll have to save less, which means you'll save time. Again, being mindful about when you're going to need to use charge shots. You know, going into the next screen as charge shot as possible. Frog RNG trying to be a jerk there. Oh, jeez, the grubbin. Little grubs get on my nerves because they kind of blend in with the background, and sometimes I don't see them, but it's okay. This grub down here can kill you if you're not careful and you're low like I am. So in the 100% route, here is where you would backtrack. All the upgrades have been unlocked, so you're essentially going to go backtrack to the outhouse over there and farm those guys in the second farm room until you're full, until you've bought everything, and then you're going to come back out over here, and we're going to do the approach to the village to go buy cake. So there's not much left of the run. This is the only like really hecked part. If you're going nice and fast through here, this has to be a charge jump, and a lot of times that will happen. That was exactly what I wanted to show you. It looks like you can just go right through like that, and if you catch it, oh geez, I didn't save. If you catch it at the wrong time, you'll tag either the fish or the guy coming across the ceiling, and end up falling in the water. But if you're going like on like a perfect little pace, you can actually avoid all of it, but it's difficult. The first thing let me redo this room. The first part of it is a damage boosting through the grubbins. B, you want to get your charge shot as low as you can. And so that means like being like right on the razor's edge of getting hit by the fish. But if your charge shot's really low, you won't go so high as to hit the ceiling guy, and you won't fall in the water. And whatever you do, don't shoot this generator. It's just gonna make the scissor lift go slow and make everything slower. You want to come in with a charge shot your way up, and make the little bounce. With this battery, pushing in is just as fast as walking, so you just push it. No reason to shoot that one. We're at like the last real difficult screen of the game because this frog is a jerk. And you can just like zip through this fish and damage boost off of this, damage boost off of that grub. If you're really doing good on health, if you're not, you gotta take it slow. And here we are in town. You want to go to the second hill with a charge shot, charge your way up, go into the cafe, walk up to Cerberus, and that's going to be time once you're done spamming for a few minutes. And that's basically the whole run. It's just a matter of optimizations, doing your damage boost right, making sure you aren't low on health. And I mean, that's essentially it. That route at a reasonable time, without many mistakes and good boss fight RNG, can probably get you a sub 10. Unless you're doing the 100%, then you'd probably be getting something closer to a sub 11. But your big optimizations are going to be in the boss fights and in your routing, or not routing, your just movement through the rooms, not missing jumps, not charging and bouncing yourself backwards because of the recoil on the charge and stuff like that. And there you go.